y'all? Welcome back to the lab. I've been on the road for the past couple of days, so I finally got the chance to work on this video. I'm working with the new, well, kind of new, Asus Zenbook Pro Duo. This has a 4K OLED display screen and also a LCD screen that sits on the laptop. To be honest with you guys, just full transparency, I don't use Windows at all, and for this video I'm gonna dive a little bit into Premiere Pro. I'm gonna download a game and I'm going to show you guys how I sort of use this in my creative workflow. This video is gonna be geared towards the ultra beginner. I'm talking about people who've never dabbled with Premiere Pro, people who've never probably dabbled with Windows, because that's pretty much me. I'm learning throughout this process, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the things I've learned. I'm completely clueless about the specs that it comes with, so I'm going to read it off the box. This product includes a 15.6 inch LCD screen, has 6 gigabytes of RAM. This CPU has an i9 processor, which should run super smoothly with the game that I'm going to download. It has a 1 terabyte hard drive, 16 gigs of RAM. It also has these display ports. Has a USB-C port and what looks like a microphone port on the right side. And then we have, on the left side, we have the AC in. We have an HDMI port, which is good. I can hook up to a couple of displays. And we have another USB port. Something that I noticed that the speakers are along this right side and the left side as well. And it's kind of a heavier laptop, but it looks really cool. It's shiny and has a like off greenish teal type of color. This video was sponsored by Asus. A shout out to you guys for letting me try out this product for my first time. One of the big highlights of this laptop is that it's innovative. It is all-in-one, touch screen, and some of you guys know that I hate touching my screen, but it also came with this pretty cool pen that's included with it, and this will help me with not touching my screen. I don't like when other people touch my screen. I'm just kind of a OCD, like clean freak like that, but we're gonna see how this thing works with Premiere and with gaming and just with multitasking. I think another big thing about this laptop is it's supposed to promote multitasking. I'm going to watch a tutorial on how to use Premiere while using Premiere at the same time. A lot of you guys know that I don't edit on Premiere at all, so this is bare bones basic. If you're more of an intermediate advanced Premiere user, this video is not for you. Just a FYI, because I don't want you to get disappointed in some of the things I'm going over, because I'm just learning along the way. This laptop is supposed to be perfect for creators like myself, filmmakers, photographers, designers, engineers, pretty much anyone who's in school or on that tech hype. This laptop is designed to give you the ultimate edge in your workflow, just like in efficiency, and just giving you the screen real estate to be able to do multiple things at one time. And the big thing I'm supposed to talk about is the Core i9 processor. This is pretty much a desktop-like processor, and if you can imagine traveling with a laptop that has a processor size of a desktop, then you should be really happy with the speed and the results of the things that you want to create. Aside from that, let's unbox this thing and let's go into the little details. First thing I'm gonna do is get the content off of this memory card that we shot over in Japan. This is USB-C on the right side, and I already preloaded some videos and some photos that we're gonna edit, and I'm just gonna do a couple edits on Lightroom. I'm gonna edit a quick little sequence on Premiere, and then I'm going to dabble a little bit with League of Legends. It's gonna be my first time sort of doing some online gaming, and I'm really excited for that part. It's gonna be towards the end. A little more fun, but the creative stuff, the more important stuff in the beginning. Alright, so right now I'm just looking for the content. It lives over here. I've already created this folder called Andy, and then I'm just going to drag these two over to our desktop over here. Alright, now that we got our content, let's jump into Lightroom and do a couple photo edits. And I'm really curious to see how the extra screen real estate is used with Lightroom. So So let's find out. I've never used Lightroom on a Windows machine before, so everything that you're seeing is everything that would happen if you opened this on your own computer back at home. Alright, so I'm gonna hit File, Import. Oh, I forgot I could use this stylus instead of clicking around. I'm actually finding this right corner to be a little tedious. So let's go over to the desktop and let's load in our photos. And let's just load in the photos. Import. While this is importing, I could open up Chrome just to do a little quick search, and I'll bring this out to the bottom of our screen. I guess while this is loading up, I could look up some color palettes, and maybe this will just give me like a good theme going into our photo edit. So I'm really digging this dark palette to go with some of these night shots that we did. Most likely in a real life scenario, I would probably have music playing, so I would go over to youtube.com and just have like some low beats slapping in the background. So now put it on mute and just have the background rolling so it's a vibe. I'm digging that. And then typically I've had some headphones, so I guess this is really cool for a laptop. I've never had this like dual screen type of action before. And it's cool to know that I have the option of, you know, having my lo-fi beats in the back, switching music in between editing photos. So diving into this just real quick, I'm gonna find a photo I like, and then we're gonna do some editing. And I really wanna see what's good with this stylus, how responsive it is. And honestly, I just wanna see how this thing performs, because I'm naturally left-handed and I know all of the developed tools are on the right side. So let's just see how these turn out. So here's a good photo of Jalen. Let's go to the develop module. So here are my presets over here on the left, but I'm going to edit this from scratch just to see what's good. All right, it's a little too warm. Let's go in here, let's make this let's see how this is looking like. Okay, I could dig this, but it's kind of a reach. You see, I'm kind of like reaching over now at this point. Highlights. Let's go bring this down a little bit. Okay, let's try a trackpad. Let's go here on this right side. Shadows, let's bring this a little down. That's pretty good. Let's see if I could do this. Alright, that's cool. This is cool. The idea of being able to scrub around is actually pretty cool. So tapping in, this is super quick too, since I'm doing this with my left hand. And let's see, I wonder actually if there's an extra tool window on secondary display. Let's see, let's just mess around with this. Oh, dope. Now you guys know that you can use the second screen as a second screen. So I'm going to window, second display. Well, these are just a couple of different options, which I think is pretty cool. Just having that extra screen real estate. Grid, slideshow. Okay, so these, when I'm going here in window and changing the second display, you could actually do that over here without, I guess, and you get a couple different options, but for the most part, everything sort of lives right here. So grid, loop, compare, survey, slideshow. I've never even seen these before because I don't use a secondary display. So I'm definitely not used to this. Alright, that's pretty dope. But let's just adjust some of these sliders and I'm gonna show you guys the finished edited photo. Alright you guys, so looking at this in review, this is my first time using Lightroom on a Windows machine. Some of the things I really loved is that the screen real estate allowed me to pretty much toggle between grid, loop, compare, survey, and slideshow. I've never really had these options before because I don't use an external monitor. You guys got to see my importing workflow along with a quick little edit and the before and after. And next I am moving on to Adobe Premiere. And this section will be a little longer because I've never really dabbled with Premiere before, and you guys are gonna see pretty much a real life example of what it's like when you first open Premiere. And this is coming from someone who doesn't edit on Premiere at all. Fire up Premiere. This is what it looks like, and it's kind of intimidating in a way. It's like, where are things? Where do I start? In a real life situation like this, I would look up a video. Premiere Pro for beginners. Let's jump into this video. Shout out to Unlock River. And in a real life situation, I would have this probably playing in the background, trying to listen and chime in and do my own edit at the same time. I never had this option before, so this is actually pretty cool. I would probably have a screen for notes along as a screen for a tutorial, along with my video editing application running at the same time. And I'm going to jump back into Premiere. I guess when you jump into Premiere, a couple things you could do is just start importing clips. So I'm just gonna go here and go to our desktop, grab some of these video clips and import. Let's import all these guys. So let's do Control A, import them all. I like having this like stylus on my left hand. I feel like I'm productive. I'm gonna do something with this. All right, now that we have some of our clips, I know that you need to create a sequence. Sequences are pretty much like the big chunk, the big piece. So I'm gonna create, like I said, right click here, and I'm going to create a new sequence with this clip. All right, now that we have our first clip, all right, now that we got our clip, let's check out a couple more clips. And I'm going to browse through just to see what's good. This is over at Shibuya Crossing, and I'm going to scrub, make some in and out points. All right, so this looks like the playback. This looks like the quality. And I'm going to make an in point here, out point there. And I'm going to drag this clip and add it. That was actually pretty quick and solid. I don't like how this begins, so I'm gonna drag that there. How do you delete this space? Oh, cool. All right, this is actually very interactive. We got a flow going. I really like how this is starting out. Let's add a fade to this. Let's see, I don't even know how to do this. Let's go editing, probably. Effects, where's our effects? No clip, okay, this is my clip. Effects, nope. Oh, it's a transition. So maybe it's in the effects browser. Okay, video transitions. I'm gonna do the fade to black. Let's go with dissolve to black. Add that. And oops. And let's go. Boom. Okay, 1, 2, 3 seconds should be enough there. Okay, so it's not a magnetic timeline. Oh, we got a cool little transition here from the black. Let's see how that plays back. Cool, so I'll just cut this a little more to where the black is, delete that space, and boom. I like that. Maybe we could add a transition here. This little film dissolve, see what that looks like. Hopefully it's not cheesy. Kind of cheesy. Okay, maybe okay, I'm cool with that. Let's see. Maybe not that long. Can you? Oops. I also don't know the hotkeys, so that's why I'm just tapping. For beginners, I feel like this is a good way to have an interactive experience. Because I don't know the hotkeys, everything is all visual at the moment. I'm just looking for things, I'm tapping things, pulling things, sliding things up and down, and I'm getting somewhere. I have 4 seconds right now, and I'm just trying to add this cross dissolve, but I'm trying to make it so that it's just not like super cheesy looking. So let's delete that. Let's add the actual cross dissolve. And let's see what this looks like. Alright, I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna make this perfect for this video. You guys know the videos that I spend a lot of time on. This is just to show you guys an example of how Premiere works. Alright, so moving on, let's go to another clip. Let's do like a 4-piece sequence. And these are all the shots that Jalen got on her EOS R. I was shooting on my phone, so for the sake of this video, I just wanted to show you guys some mirrorless footage. There's a shot that we definitely did on the gimbal. Must be this one, it's 35 seconds. Alright, sweet. Dope, alright. Let's cut in right here where she looks. Boom, right there. And let's drag that. Now how do you do slow motion? So now that we have our wide shot from top, I want to slow this down. And this is a perfect example. Let's go. All right, let's exit out lo-fi. Let's go Premiere Pro slow motion, 24 frames per second. Let's go to Visions by Kalonji. So I know for sure, right as he's going through this, I have to change my timeline to 24 frames per second. What I did earlier was when I added the sequence, it was shot at 60 frames per second, so it made a sequence that was 60 frames per second. I know this is kind of like mumbo jumbo, but trust me, is when you want to shoot slow motion, to break it down, shoot in 60 frames or shoot in 120 frames per second, and then you want to edit on a 24 frame per second timeline. So I'm gonna change this to 23.976 frames per second. And I want to slow motion this clip, but I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm going to watch this video.
24 frames per second.
Alright, so I'm going to put that clip in. Okay. Yep.
Once you find
speed
the
duration.
where you want to slow down, you want to go speed duration.
Okay, cool. So all he did was go in and he changed the speed duration. And since this was shot in 60 frames, I'm trying to slow it down to a 24 frame timeline. We're gonna go 40%, and let's just see how this plays back slow motion. Dope. All right, okay, and let's add our fourth clip. And I'm just going to run a little transition at the end. Let's dip to black, and that is the end of our little camera sequence. Sweet. All right, so that is, and all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna export this, and this is the final clip. Alright you guys, so you got to see a quick little unboxing video, quick little rundown of Lightroom, quick little rundown of Premiere. Now is the best part. We are going to run League of Legends. This is, I'm low-key a gamer, low-key a nerd. Every opportunity I get, I love playing Mobile Legends, but that's more so on my phone, and I never had the chance to play League of Legends before, but I made an account and we're about to jump into it, and we're gonna see what the graphics are looking like, and we're gonna see how I can multitask and pretty much just have some fun with it. So I'm just diving right into it. We're gonna do some 5v5 and these graphics. Alright, let's go. Alright, so I've never played League before, aside from Mobile Legends on my phone. Just by the looks of it, the graphics are looking pretty solid, sound pretty solid as well. I'm just like super hyped to be playing. Yo, this is crazy. Alright, what's going on? Just got my first kill in League. Well, this is a tutorial, so. Well, I'm just gonna take a second to appreciate the graphics. Oh. Yo. Let's try to. Let's get crazy. Isn't that? Oh, it's not tap. You can't play League on. It's not tap friendly. Oh, yes, it is. Wait, what? Hold on. No. I'm trying, but no, it's not working. Alright, back to the. Yes. Oh my god, this game is going so deep. I can't even tell the difference. This just looks good. Oh, yo, triple. Yo, let me get the kills though, guys. Taking all the kills. How many kills I got? Alright, you guys, you've made it to the very end of this video. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta jet out in an hour. Thank you guys for sticking around for pretty much learning Windows, Lightroom, Premiere, and League of Legends with me. Just going over the stylist and how we were able to process some clips shot on the EOS R. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys got something out of this. I wanted to take this time to thank you guys, the subscribers, for taking the time to dive a little into my work. I dabble into tech in all different forms and fashions, and to get the opportunity to just touch on something different is always fun. Any companies out there who want me to try something new or have some new tech, hit the inbox. Don't be shy. Definitely open arms and want to work with you. That pretty much wraps everything up, and see you guys in the next one.